Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Flight 96 podcast. I am your host, Hunter Foreman, and today on the phone, man, we got one of the best pens in battle rap. And when I say that, people always look at me like, man, you gotta mention, you gotta mention Lux, you gotta mention JC, you gotta mention Chilla Jones. Well, I do mention all those people, but I also mention this dude who's on the phone with me right now. He hasn't really battled as much. You know what I'm saying? He has a mystique to him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, his demand is always high for his battles. Everybody wants to see this man battle, and I feel like he knows that, and he does that for a specific reason because he has a brand to uphold, and it's like there's a demand for this man. He represents College Park. He represents Spit. He represents Bullpen. He represents Atlanta battle rap. Basically, he's a guy who I have a ton of respect for, both in battle rap and just as a person, because I feel like the way he carries himself is very respectful. But he is very confident in the skills that he has. Ladies and gentlemen, on the phone, all the way from Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fliiko L. What's going on, Flock?
Yo, appreciate you having me, bro. What's good with it?
Oh man,
great introduction, man.
Hey man, listen, I had to give you, the red carpet treatment because like when every time I watch you battle, man, it's you always seem to amaze me. It's like, bro, like you always seem to write some stuff or say some stuff that I've never heard before. With you versus Lotta Zay, you flipped the you did a bunch of lot flips, but the lot flips weren't, what's the word I'm looking for? They weren't not repetitive, but they weren't like obvious. They weren't easy. You know what I'm saying? Like I spark a barrel in the middle of the lot, bonfire. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and then you said some stuff that's like real easy, but it's like, wow, like that's really creative. Was the what's up, Stella? You think you got it back? And you didn't say groove though. That's the crazy part. Right. You didn't say groove because it's like, yo, if I say Stella and you think you got it back, people are gonna be like, okay, like, oh, she's talking about the groove. Like, okay, like you think you got it back. Like that was really impressive. So I want to talk to you about, like, what is, without giving too much secrets, because I know you got your own formula and you like to, keep it to yourself, but what is your method when it comes to writing for somebody?
My method for writing for somebody is basically breaking down, like, what are some shits called? Like the little circle shits. It's like, what is it?
Venn diagram?
There you go. So, like, it's like you looking at their pros, their cons, anything that's, connected to this person. And then you start to think of creative ways to, I guess, expose these facts or these details of this person that you put together. So when I start putting together certain stuff I want to address about people, I always want to address shit in the most creative way, not just saying, yo, I heard that you fucking was a bus dropper. So guess what, everybody? He's a bus dropper. Like, nah, how can I say this in a creative, subtle, fucking lyrical way? It's a rap contest at the end of the day. So basically, I just want to break my opponent down and show that I can out-rap them. So those are the two goals. Break them down and show that I can out-rap them. So if you marry it, that's really my style. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of try to do both.
See, when I listen to you, rap, period, I always hear like, like you, we had a conversation a couple days ago where you talked about you versus Automatic Ray, and you broke down everything with him, and you compared him to, like, you had like an analogy to Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like you were double scheming, and when I hear some stuff like that, that's not easy to pull off. You know what I'm saying? You got to be really creative and really witty, and you got to use a lot of brain power to come up with some of that stuff. So I have to ask, like, what's some of the best lines that you ever, like, when you wrote it, you were like, yo, that's the craziest shit I ever wrote. You know what I'm saying? Or one of the craziest lines I ever wrote. Like, what's some of your personal favorites?
Yo, that's like asking what's my favorite kid, man. I feel like I say a lot of shit. I don't know. Can you like pick out a battle at least? Like, I got too much shit, man.
Your favorite line in the Lotta Zay
We'll
battle?
start with Ray.
We can start with Ray.
Hey, all right, so who else we're doing in order? I mean, as far as lot, I like the whole. I feel like this shit kind of went under the radar a little bit. I did like a WWE like diva shit.
Yeah, I did catch that. I caught that. I know what you're talking about.
Like with the what I don't know. I said something like.
You said Edge, Lita. You said Edge, Lita.
Yeah, some shit like you Lita, like you lost your edge.
Yeah.
You fell off, and I said some shit like Melina. I'm Melina, nigga. Shit, like.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I caught that too, cause I'm a wrestling fan.
Of course, I love the Spark of Barrel. Like that shit, kind of crazy.
I ain't never heard that before.
Did the shit. Yeah, no, Spark of Barrel in the middle with a lot of shit. Then I did the Tupac scheme, and I felt like when I
the double disc and. Yeah.
Yeah, but I said something that went on the radar. It's like, fucking damage Shakur fan base. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shit going on. I like that shit. I feel like I did it kind of, you know, everybody talk Tupac sometimes, but I don't think I've heard it like that. So, you know, shit like that. Against Ray, I did some shit in the third round where I did the whole, the fucking... You're gonna see a ratchet in the ball head, flat thigh, flow. I just like the delivery with that shit. Like I thought that was one of the.
That's a Fat Joe Remy Ma reference right there.
Yeah, you feel me? Like it was simple, but niggas never really said it before. Then the gravel pit with I did Bobby Ray, like as far as like Bobby Ray, but Bobby Digital Wu-Tang, and then I did the gravel pit for gravel, the rock, and it was like three fucking meanings to that one scheme. So yeah, I fuck with that too. A lot of shit, man. Don't get me try to, you know, dig in my bag and remember shit, 'cause I got too much, bro.
No, what I was saying was is like when I see when I want to speak on the Lotta Zay battle just for a little bit because I think, to me, out of all the battles that I've seen, to me this may be, you may think differently, but that was somebody who gave you your toughest competition, to me personally.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't I agree with that?
Because it's like because you may have heard like some stuff, you know what I'm saying, that somebody else said that was like, yo, like why isn't anybody reacting or why isn't anybody catching this, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Lotta was like, Lotta had a second round, bro, that I felt like when I watched it, I was like, bro, Flacco's gonna have to fight a little bit for this one. Like when I saw his second round, when he went into the whole Indian people scheme, the knockoff of Patchy, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. And I remember speaking to Lot a couple weeks ago when he was here at an event in Dallas, and I told him about that line, and he's like, bro, you tell me about lines that I never knew that people would catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he tells us, like, he's like, that just shows that you, like, he's like, he praised me. He's like, bro, that shows that you listen. Like, cause usually, like, there's people who would, like, I stick a cartridge, like who would react for stick a cartridge in his back like Johnny 5, or and then I think something about he said something about people kept talking to me about the checkers line. I pull up on both sides like a checkers drive through, and I was like, I ain't never been to checkers before, so I had to Google it, and then I was like, that was crazy. So you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, that was dope. So but I felt like
he was going crazy, man. And you know what? Like you said, like what Lot points out. You a type of dude, you pointing out shit that the average casual listener not listening to. So with that being said, of course, if you say Lot gave me, like, in your opinion, my best competition, like, that's what I want to hear, because that was lyric versus lyrics.
That was bar for bar.
Versus, you know what I'm saying? Versus if I had another battle and I smoked a nigga lyrically, like 9 out of 10 of my battles, and then he had good performance, or he stuck with me with an angle, and it's like, oh, that's a debatable battle. It was like, oh, he gave you some competition. It's like, he didn't give me no fucking competition. He danced a little better than me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so a lot. I definitely would agree, man. You know what I'm saying? Between him and like XL, but I thought he did a lot better than XL, like lyrically. So
XL had a
not a lot better, but significantly.
XL had a lot of good lines when I was able to watch his last night just to do a little homework, you know what I'm saying? And I watched him, and it's like, bro, like XL, I feel like he still gets better with every battle, just like you do. Like I feel like he gets better with every battle, and it's like I watch. He had like he had a slept on bar that I personally liked. He had a Knights of the Templar bar. I don't know if you remember that.
That wasn't slept on. That's my favorite bar. Where you said, I buried the covenant. I'm a modern day Knight Templar. Y'all wanted to snuff that nigga right there.
That was crazy, bro. That was crazy, man.
That was crazy.
He's XL. XL is one of those riders, man, where you just can't take him lightly ever. And you like, I don't care. Like I think on the same card that you was gonna battle Street Hymns, which I want to get your insight on that for a little bit. You had he was gonna XL was gonna battle Saya, and I was actually really interested in that battle because it's like Saya comes with these crazy punches and just raps. You know what I'm saying?
He's witty.
And so does XL. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wanted to see what that was. I wouldn't say that was a style clash. That was kind of like two mid tiers, kind of. I guess you could say not two mid tiers, but two guys who are underrated. I'll say that two guys who are underrated that are going at it on a very huge platform. But your XL battle, man, you had. Oh man, we could sit here all day, and I could tell you all these crazy crazy lines.
I feel like I failed when you just asked me what some of my favorite bars. I know when niggas say this, they're gonna be like, "How do you ain't say this? How you ain't say that?" Like it's too much shit.
It really is, man. It really is. But there was a bar that made me a huge fan of yours, and I'm trying to think. There was a bar that like it literally when I saw it, I was like, bro, I gotta start checking for this dude every time. It was the even though it was in the preview and then I watched the battle, it was you versus Automatic Ray, and it was the you'll get your shit cracked in the middle of the street. That's Reaganomics, and I was like, and I was like, cracked in the middle of the. Oh my God, and then I posted this on Instagram. It was the Stingray bar that made me like, this dude is different.
Yo, I think that whole scheme went under the radar because I double scheme a lot. I think niggas got one of the schemes.
I love it when you do that shit, bro. I love it when you do that shit because because I'm the type of person that be catching on, and if I don't catch on, it'll come to me later. I'll be watching, I'll be like, okay, he's talking about this, but I'm talking about the other thing. Yeah, okay, I get it now.
You gotta make sure your rounds gotta fucking age well, man. Like that's why I don't really joke a lot because jokes work and they are part of bars. I'm not gonna say they not. However, nigga, I can't keep watching the same fucking joke over and over. It's gonna get less funny every time I watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus bars, if I don't get that bar, like I don't get it. That shit kind of whack. And then I go through life and learn some shit and be like, hold on, I think I get that now. Like, and it's like a month or two later. You feel what I'm saying? So. That's why I like to try to just layer my shit.
You know what's crazy? I watched Paid in Full a week ago, and I never knew how much stuff we get from Paid in Full until I watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen the movie before, but it had been a long time, and it was on Netflix, and I was like, man, it's up here. It ain't gonna be here for long, so I might as well just watch it. You know what I'm saying? So I watched it, and I was like, bro, like. A book, something, what Av say to Chess? Av said something to Chess like, you soft behind the counter like Ace at the Cleaners, and then I watched it and I was like, yo, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. So I was kind of and then they were talking about, I saw how, I think that movie really is legitimately a cult classic, and the reason I say
no question.
And it's like, man, like I even learned some stuff about myself and the decisions that I make just even watching that, because even though I've never been through any of the stuff that they really went through, but I went through kind of like the minimal stuff, you know what I'm saying, like friends betraying you and you know what I'm saying, getting a little bit of a buzz and everything and all that. Like I completely understand it. So and the reason I want to tie it back to battle rap is like, you're I know this for a fact. You're a person who knows what you're worth, knows what you can bring to the table. You even you may come off cocky, but I don't see it. I just feel like you're very confident in your own skill set, and that you can. If you're the type of person that, if someone says you can't do something, you say, "All right, well, let me try it," and then let me prove that I can do it or I can't do it. You're not just gonna tell me that I can't do something without me attempting to do it. You know what I'm saying? People can say, yeah, like you seem like the person where, if you, let's say like you with your homies and you know they play a beat and you're like, man, I don't know if you can go over this beat. That'll motivate you. Like, man, throw this beat on. Let me see what I can do.
1,000%. 1,000%. That's me.
Because and where does that come from? Because
I mean, it's a lot of reasons why I have that character for myself. But I'll just say this, and just me being the MC, you always want to prove that you can do anything. If you're a rapper, that you can rap over anything. So that's just point blank. But if it seems to, kind of stick out a little bit in battle rap, it's only because I don't really deal with the tier system or like popularity where it's like, yo, this nigga is known for rebuttals.
Mm-hmm.
I know he can rebuttal. He can rebuttal better than everybody else that I haven't seen rebuttal. Don't get me wrong. Showing is proven, point blank period. So if a nigga is rebuttaling and another nigga not, then hey, you go with what's evident. But if a nigga tell me this dude can do it better just because he does it, so, all right, let me show you that I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? Or this nigga can beat Nitti because he been battling for 6 years. I only known you for 4 years or 3 years, so you ain't got enough experience. You can't beat him. And it's like, my nigga, my skill set trumps all of these all the status quo that y'all go with. All of this is like people just say what's the consensus of shit. So with me, I like to just go against the grain and show niggas like, I know this is the consensus, but let me show you that shit don't matter. Because every situation is individual and isolated for that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to give this one more example just to drive home my point. You have some niggas who go crazy in battle rap like I just say Twerk, where Twerk shot the fuck up and went crazy in the culture. But Twerk was battling years before he blew up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you have Loso, who has also shot up in the ranks and going crazy in the culture. I was there for his tryout for Bullpen. Like, I don't think niggas understand that he tried out. That was his first battle. If it wasn't his first battle, damn sure, I'm not trying out for shit. I don't try out for league. Like, I'm a battle rapper.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying out with a bunch of, fans who wanted to try it out. Long story short, he tried out the shit, made it to the league, and just shot the fuck past everybody, and look where he at now.
Absolutely.
So what was somebody gonna say? Oh, he only been battling for a year. He ain't, nah, nigga. I'm different. It's not. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, everything is different with every isolated situation. So with me, that's where that comes from. I don't know if it's a chip on my shoulder where it's like, I just like to show people that my talent trumps over all this shit, and that is what we focus on, is battle rap. So hope that answers your question.
No, you good, man, you good. And like when it was crazy, bro, is that you have 13 battles on cam. That's on camera. You only have 13 battles.
Down, shit didn't drop. Yeah.
You have.
But I always told.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I always told a nigga, if you got like 30 battles and you're not considered top tier, well, maybe that's my ego, but I just don't feel like I'm trying to hit and miss that many times, bro. Like,
it's because I think you believe in that you want every battle to count. That's what I think it is.
Why wouldn't I?
Exactly. What a battle rapper, because like guys like, you know what I'm saying, I like the resumes of guys like you, guys like Mr. Wade. Like I compare you and Wavy. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same, not in bars and performance and all that stuff, but I compare you and Wavy because you guys take the battles that make sense, and you don't want to take a battle that is gonna make you look crazy. That's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, taking Joe Schmo on small league. No disrespect to Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo's probably just trying to get his bars up and trying to get his views. Right. Yeah. But you have a brand to uphold, and you believe in that brand, and you want to make sure that you are can keep that brand to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, a certain level of respect. That's it.
Exactly. So it's like I want to see. I want to, when I say like, yo, man, like, man, I want to see Fliiko back, but I always have to ask the question: does the battle make sense? When it comes to you, when it comes to Wavy, when it comes to like guys like Loso, who is also starting to make all these battles count, like, right. I always have to ask that question, man. Fliiko L versus like a battle that I want to see. You versus Street Hymns, which was supposed to go down at Pandemonium in, I believe, October. I believe that was supposed to go down in October. And I wanted to see that because, of course, like that's two pens just going bar for bar, going crazy. It was going to be crazy. I knew it was. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then I had one of my friends who also likes battle rap talk about like, yo, what if you went to, Atlanta's got this PG class. Like, what if he like went and battled one of these guys? And I'm like, okay, but does the battle make sense though? You know what I'm saying? Like, does the battle make sense? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, you have nothing. I don't think you really, I understand you just said you don't want to try out for leagues, but if the battle made sense, but it was a PG, I feel like you would take it. If it made sense, if you versus Riggs was a main event PG in Atlanta, that makes sense.
Set it up.
Exactly. That makes sense. That makes sense. Or you versus Deuce in Atlanta, main event PG, or a co-main event PG, that would make sense.
I wouldn't even do that.
You wouldn't even do that?
Do that, man.
You versus Deuce?
Well, Deuce is nice, but there's a lot of nice niggas. Like, I got. My thing is this, man. Deuce is doing his thing, but I feel like my name's been buzzing a little bit before his. You feel what I'm saying?
I get you. I get you.
Feel like it's a lot of niggas that's in that same realm as me, like you said, a Riggs or Street Hymns or somebody like that. Well, maybe not Street Hymns. He kind of knew, but Riggs is the perfect example where it's like there's history there, so I have to battle him.
Yes.
My whole point is if I battle Deuce, I'm still gonna have to battle Riggs. If I battle fucking Joe Schmo, I'm still gonna have to battle Riggs. It's like I want to get the place that makes sense. You feel like you said? Like,
yeah.
Seriously, I'm not into just battling just because you nice, I'm nice. Like, let's do it. But you know what? Let me take that back. If it's a main event, I'll do it. Because we don't want a main event in PG card. I'll do that, but I wouldn't just be on the PG card versus Deuce. Like, I wouldn't do that. I'll battle anybody as a main event on the PG card. Well, not anybody, but anybody of some type of respect. Somebody formidable. I'll definitely do that as a main event. That changes that variable right there, main event. But the chances of me being main event on a PG card, I'm just not seeing that. So if they throw Deuce at me, like I'm not running to do that. Shout out to Deuce because he's dead nice.
Very nice, very different with the punches too. Shout out to Deuce for real.
He's nice. Yeah, he's nice. Never with me. If a nigga tell you a battle rapper as a battle rapper that they're not selfish, they're fucking lying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I have to think about my own benefits. So it's just like I battle Deuce. What is that like? But you know what I'm saying?
But if you battle Riggs, that's.
If I battle Riggs, we bring the whole city out. The whole fuck the city, because he's not even from Atlanta. We bring damn near the whole South out. Like,
yeah.
And niggas understand that. So hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'll make that flight to wherever that is. I watch that. That'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. Ooh. But I wanted to talk to you about how you approach of course we touched a little bit on how you approach battles, but I always ask this to battle rappers when I talk to them, because from just a logical standpoint, it seems like it's easier to approach a song better than to approach a battle because of just the level of intricacy that you bring to the table when it comes to battling. Like when you write for somebody, Like, you have to come up with the most creative stuff that you can possibly think of. You gotta bend words. You gotta double scheme. You gotta punch. You gotta say this. Maybe you joke a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a song, you can just kind of relax. You ain't gotta go that. You ain't got. I mean, yeah, you can spaz on a song, but like, you don't gotta say something that's crazy. You just gotta rap. Like, period. You ain't gotta do any. You don't have to do any crazy bars. I mean, you can throw a couple in there, but it's not. But it's not as. I think it's not as big of a headache. So I've talked to Goods about this. I've talked to Math Hoffa about this, and they've always said, yeah, like, every time I'm in the studio, like, I feel relaxed. I feel like, and I always think that being a battle rapper that does music kind of has an advantage because, you know, making music and writing rhymes to a song, to a beat comes easy. I mean, do you agree?
Absolutely, 100%.
Now,
100%.
when I heard "Working Me," which will be in the description below. Matter of fact, everything, all of Fliiko L's like social media, SoundCloud, all that shit will be in the description box at the bottom of this video. Go check out all of his stuff. He has Fliiko Mayweather 4 out on SoundCloud. Go check that out. You know what I'm saying? And but talk to me about this "Working Me," man. I feel like you took that relaxed approach. Tell me something. Tell me a little backstory behind this.
Working Me, if everyone don't know what I'm saying, it's by Quavo, one of his singles. I hear that beat, I heard that beat all the time, and I'm like, yo, this beat is fucking crazy. You know, my cousin XL, he produced like T-shirt by Migos, Great Man by Kevin Gates, like a lot of shit. He has this particular sound. It's like, it's not sound because it don't sound like one of his beats, but it's a bounce that he has. So long story short, I heard this beat with Quavo, and I'm like, yo, that sounds like something you would make. And because I'm always in the studio, always in that bounce, I was like, I just need to hop on that, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you was referencing as far as the approach. That song, Quavo is not a lyrical rapper. He's not, you know, whatever. You want to vibe from Quavo. You want flow. So when I'm listening, when I want to hear myself in that same realm, I'm gonna, you know, take a similar approach. So yeah, this is about having fun and just like you said, others said, being relaxed in the studio, just having fun, not thinking about, yo, is that line too simple? Wait, did somebody say that already? Do I got like none of that? It's just I'm just expressing myself, and it's like what? It's like not even 24 bars. It's like mad short. It's just something, an expression. You know what I mean? But to your point, some battle rappers might have hopped on that Quavo beat and spit 100 miles and running, punching every bar, and you know what I mean? It's like, yo, that's not what we listen to that for. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you can't spit over 808s, but when it's a record that sounds like that, it's just a formula to music. And when you stick in that pocket, you have to understand there's a time and a place for everything. So I threw a little stuff, I used to want Town 4, now I ain't got the Town 4 and all this, like, a little wordplay, just a little touch of it to show you, like, but at the end of the day, it's like, that's not what I'm here for. But if you want wordplay and metaphors and entendres, then go watch my battles. You have to separate those worlds. So everybody who understands that, that's what they do.
And when I listen to you battle, or when I watch you battle, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, you put more, I guess you could say, aggression. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're more aggressive when you battle. And you know what I'm saying? Like, when you wanna be in somebody's face and you wanna go, you know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example, you and Trez, y'all was both aggressive. Y'all was both aggressive with each other because y'all were two young guns, two top young bulls of in Atlanta, and y'all wanted to see who was the best out. You know, so when I watch that battle, it's like, man, it's just like two young guys just going head to head. When you watch,
it's like the new nigga in school or the new nigga on the block. Like, hold on, nigga, y'all talking about this nigga too much, man.
Yeah.
And you had this conversation with him. Cause I don't mean to cut the question off, but I didn't want to battle to it. I didn't care to. I was the best nigga in spit that he at the time. Like, talent wise, you know, I wasn't the biggest name there, but he respected my talent. So when Trez came in, especially in the younger division of spit that he, you know what I mean? Older niggas, they was what they was. When you look like at the newer, the younger niggas, like, I was like hands down the best nigga. So when Trez came around, he started getting a little traction. I'm like, so I was in my ego, like, you know, all that. Then they just started trash this, trash that, yo, flocking tragedy. I'm like, man, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore them tags, B. You can't. It's just like, all right, fuck, I gotta talk to this nigga. So that's what that was. You know what I mean? And he was on some shit like, nigga, y'all niggas is whack. Like, I'm the best nigga in this league. Watch me take over this shit. And you know what I'm saying? It was just magic, bro. That was fire. That's what battle rap is. Like, not a forced matchup, none of that. It's two niggas who really got a real reason to battle and shit that's on the line.
Yep.
That hunger is there.
Yep.
And yeah, it was crazy.
Now,
what you was saying?
What I was actually gonna bring. I'm glad you actually brought up the point of view. Like, it was actually like two dudes who are the best, and you put them against each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? I compare that to a Tay-Rock versus a T-Top, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? T-Top's been doing his thing on URL. And, you know, has been, you know, in that top spot for a while. And we all know, you know, Tay-Rock is the king of URL to be, if people want to say that. So that matchup really, it doesn't have any, you know, there's no ill feelings. I mean, Briz is really cool with Tay-Rock. I think Briz is Cave Gang, and I know how you feel about battle rap crews. So we'll just skip right past that. But when I saw that battle, that's what I felt like. I was like, y'all don't have any beef with each other. Y'all just wanted to see who was the best. It's never like, oh man, you said some stuff about such and such. You said something about this. You was talking all this on Facebook, blah 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 blah. Nah, it was like, okay, I keep hearing that you are the best, and I myself as a competitor and as a person who breathes on competition, I want to see who really the best is. Let's set this up. Blow set it up. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what happens.
Word.
And when is there anybody right now that could give you that that feeling that okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have a problem with this person, but I feel like this person is like, yo, like I want to see if I'm better than this person. I want to see if I can write with this person or even stand with this person. Who would give Fliiko L that okay, I'm gonna go in the dungeon for a while and write some crazy stuff?
JC, I guess JC and like a twerk.
Mm-hmm.
Not even like, and then not even like going in, because honestly, I would have, like, if you want to know to go in a dungeon like somebody will pull out. I mean, it would have been Daylight 3 or 4 years ago.
Ooh.
To make me feel like, oh shit, I either fight or die, period. With JC, I don't feel, even if I write, you know, to my automatic grades fucking level, which I wouldn't, of course, but if I did, I don't feel like he can kill that. I feel like he can beat that, no doubt, but I don't think he can kill that. You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't feel like, yo, I'm gonna die if I battle JC. However, I would feel like I felt with XL. Like, this is a perfect fucking opportunity for me to show that I write on the same caliber, if not higher, than this person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's my opportunity to prove that. You know, so with him, it'd be like that. A JC, a Nitti. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Nitti is like the best puncher right now. You know what I mean? I feel like B-Magic was at a time. You know what I'm saying? And then he kind of took that, ran with that torch. And for me, I feel like I'm a balanced battle rapper. So yeah, I do metaphors and I'm kind of more in depth with my lyrics. I also got a lot of hard punches.
Yes.
That, like, punches that stuff. Like, you remind me of a little ass girl who ain't get a body yet. Like, that's a punchline. And that's one of my biggest bars.
Set against Chef Trez. Set against Chef Trez.
So with Rum Nitti, the point you made earlier, you know, why I would want to I'm a nigga that, oh, y'all think I can't do that? Let me show it. I would want to punch against Nitti and just have that fight, you know what I mean, to see where I go. So that'd be exciting for me just as a writer. But in Twerk, I feel like it's a great writer. You know what I mean? He's the best writer out of the young niggas to me in the URL. So I would like to just battle him to go pen for pen. Like him and Chess was like pen for pen. That shit was real dope. You know what I'm saying? So some shit like that.
You and Twerk would be interesting. Man. You and Twerk would be interesting. I would never think that because like when I hear bars where what he said, oh my god, bro, he said this against Chess and I thought this dude was crazy. He said, I put a gun in this nigga shit, put a 5 to chest, I'm coming to Elizabeth.
Man.
Oh,
that
yo.
The way he delivered it, like, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yo, like, that's my favorite, that's like one of my favorite bars, bro. Like, as a 5, because I know, and plus I know what he's talking about. I know it's a Sanford and Son reference. I know exactly what he's talking about, and it's like, oh my god. And then you said Rum Nitty. Where I was there for, I was in the building for Rum Nitty versus Sue Surf, and when he said, you gonna have to bring, he says, knock your teeth out. You gonna have to bring souvenirs back. You gonna want to remember this. I said,
you remember this shit?
Oh,
fire.
Yo, because I've never heard a Sue flip like that. I've never heard of a Sue flip like that. And plus, I never heard this one either. He said, he says, I holla, welcome home, Surf. Pull some big shit. Then fuck up the return like a squib kick. I line you up. Try me, I fire once. Now Surf on a can. It's a Hawaiian punch. I have never heard that.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. I never heard a Hawaiian punch Surf thing. Like, I was like, bro, like, Nitti he's different, bro. Nitty's different.
That nigga's nice, man.
And
you see what I'm saying? Everybody I named are different, right? It's like JC, Nitti, Twerk. It's niggas who don't rap like every fucking body. Don't get me wrong. Flow-wise, there's only so many ways you can rap acapella, and I'm always saying that because niggas try to use that shit to separate themselves and make the a lot of y'all niggas sound the same. Like, but anyway, I feel like it's not even a matter of the flow. It's a matter of your pen, the fingerprint of your pen game. Like, this shit is different. It's distinct, and those are the kind of niggas I respect in this culture. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas that, they alright, but, they the way they writing isn't anything that blows your way. It's regular shit to me. They best shit be niggas like me or JC fed up bars. Like,
yeah.
Like you said, I might come on cocky, but I just speak factual in this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the niggas hardest bars, they fucking fourth bar, they punch, whatever they want to call it, be filling. I consider this shit like that filler.
Talk your shit, Flock. Yeah. Talk your shit.
Serious, bro. But if you gonna punch for something, make sure that shit different. Danny, he makes sure that shit different.
Danny showed you a lot of love when I met him in Houston, man. He said you are a beast. He said you were a beast, and I quote, like, he said you were a beast. Like, he said, like, it would be really hard to beat you. It would be extremely difficult to beat you, because it's like,
that's for anybody. For Danny to say that, I salute him even more, because for him to just to have the just to say it.
Yeah.
To have the goal to just say it as the veteran, as a nigga that if they was to put a card out with me versus Danny, nigga, the majority gonna have him winning. But for him to be a stand-up nigga to be like, yeah, but that nigga would be hard, or I have to get in my back. That's real shit. I salute that.
Danny, of course, Danny being the competitor he is, he would say he would win. You know what I'm saying? Being the competitor that he would. But you want that. But you want that, though.
That's what he's supposed to say, yeah, but what you're not supposed to do is try to dim a nigga light for the sake of your own ego.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas don't feel, they know niggas knew that they was better than, niggas knew that they wasn't better than a lot of these dudes that was on the come up, and they wouldn't mention their name. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't speak niggas' names, and then when niggas get to a certain plateau, they're like, oh yeah, I've been about him. I've been watching his shit. Well, shit, I can't tell because y'all niggas don't give it up.
Facts.
So for a nigga like me, I'm a nigga that people avoid even addressing because they don't even want that question to be brought up. So what you think of Fly? How you think you would be against Fly? Like, niggas don't even want to lie. They don't even want to have to lie and be like, I kill that nigga, because they know it's not gonna be easy, bro.
It really isn't, man.
Danny is better than 90% of these niggas. So if Danny knows it's be hard to write for me, how the fuck you think these other niggas feel? Like, let's just be real, bro. I've had veterans right now that everybody loves, and I ain't gonna say no names because I fuck with them. Yo, I don't want to battle you. You write the way you write is too much. I'm not about to write for you. I've heard this. So,
and I believe it too, and I believe it because it's different. It's because it's like it's like I want you to be on that big stage. I want you to be, you know what I'm saying, considered as one of the best right in the game. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get them big plates, and I think you do as well. But you remind me a lot of Nipsey Hussle when it comes to this stuff. You don't want anybody to control you or control your brand, and B, kind of, try to saturate what you do. Like I said, I compare, like I said, you and Wavy to Nipsey Hussle, like, a lot, because it's like you guys have a brand to uphold. And what's crazy is that, and hopefully this will bring the point full circle. Victory Lap, his album that came out this year, one of the best albums this year I've ever heard. Like, so
definitely.
And he was going to release it, independently. He was going to release it independently, and then he figured out, like, yo, man, this needs to be on a bigger platform. This is my debut album. My fans are going to go crazy for it because it's like, they've been with him since his mixtape grind and everything. So, everybody was like, okay. And then he decided to do a 1-album deal with Atlantic. And if anybody who pays attention to the music industry and is really in it like I am, there's always horror stories about Atlantic. You always hear the horror stories about Atlantic and about, how they kind of don't care about their artists and try to take, and, they don't take care of their artists or whatever. So he decided to, like, you know what, I'm going to sign with Atlantic. I'm going to give you guys this, this album, but we're going to do it my way. We're going to do it my way. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody should take that approach to battle rap, because at the end of the day, you're your own, you're your own brand, and you know what I'm saying. Of course, you feel like you'll admit this, like, of course you've developed an ego because of it, but then again, who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? But you also have the humility. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, to say was like,
I keep cutting you off.
No, you good, bro. Like, you have this, you have your humility that will, like, you know what I'm saying, I know I still got, like you say, I know I still got work to do. You know what I'm saying? There's always room for improvement and everything. You never say, oh, I need to be battling, jumping out the window saying you need to be battling Lux and Mook and Jay Mills or K. You know what I'm saying? Like you never say that, because it's like, okay, but because you still have work to do, but you also are confident in your skills. Like, that you can go toe to toe with some of the best in the world. So it's like, when
it's a fact though. Like,
keep going, man.
It's not, people don't look at it as it's factual, because of course, if you ain't stand in front of fucking Nitti, how can you sit on this interview and say you're battle Nitti? Like, but I battled Trez, and he had a debatable with Nitti.
Yep.
I battled fucking Lotta Zay. I feel like they're very close in caliber of lyricism. XL is one of the best writers, so it's kind of like you just got to put two and two together. I'm not about to dim my light because people are going to say, be humble because you still got work to do. But I know I got work to do, but I'm still not. That doesn't change my talent. Mm-hmm. With this game, we defer from the root of the shit all the time. It's always how, yo, what stages have been on, who you affiliated with, X, Y, and Z. But this is battle rap. So at the core of what this shit is, I'm an elite talent. Mm-hmm. Not the only elite talent, not the most elite talent, but I'm amongst the elite talent-wise. And if that sounds cocky to people, I'm sorry. I'm trying to niggas gonna hear that shit. But put your favorite rapper in front of me and tell them to prove me wrong. Like, that's all I can say.
John, what up?
Yeah.
John, what up?
That's it, man. Shout out to the bro John, but man, look, man, I ain't backing down from nobody. Like,
and man, listen, that's
you want to play with me?
That's what I want to hear, because I say guys like I compare you to guys like Clone, guys like Young Cannon, to where, you know what I'm saying, they want competition. They don't want their like I've seen some battles where they be wanting their opponents to choke or mess up or not even have a hot bar, you know what I'm saying? And kind of like, and I say, and I hate that. That's whack, and that's really whack to me, bro. I'm not saying that you got to high five every every bar, you know what I'm saying? But like if something's hot, be like, okay, that's what's up. Like that was hot. Like I saw you versus Lotta Zay. You gave it up to him. You was like, that was hard. That was hard. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of bars, and it's like, but I just think that's whack to me. I'm not saying that you got to be buddy with them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not saying that at all. But I want to see a little bit of like a little bit of respect. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause look, it's even bars on Lotta Zay. You'll see me say, nah, that wasn't it. You
Yeah, exactly.
And like, also, like, so there's that balance there. Like, give me enough respect to be unbiased with your shit. But don't get me wrong. If it's a personal battle, or if I don't like you, nigga, I don't want to hear what the fuck you saying. So I'm not gonna give you a positive reaction or a negative reaction to your bars. And I think that's how most people should be. Like, just don't do nothing. Chill while your opponent rapping. Like, let them get their shit off. But you know how it is. Like for me, if you a rap motherfucking geek and you listening to a nigga, that was I can't front. That was hot. I'm gonna point at you a little bit. Like I see, I heard that motherfucker, and I keep going. Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or if that shit was whack, and I said, I'm gonna look at the crowd. I'm gonna shake my head like y'all niggas is riding. Y'all niggas is corny on. I know that's rap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna, I can't hide my expression in my face. You know what I'm saying? But as a veteran, they say, don't show no emotions, and when the stakes is high. Like there's battles with Tay Rock battle where he not showing no emotion while the nigga rap. He's staying in his posture. But it's certain situations when you could say shit or you know what I'm saying? It's just every situation is different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, definitely, bro. No bias in this way. If you're nice, I'm gonna give it up.
Exactly, and I talked to Math Hoffa about this, and I think it's really whack that you can have like of course there's times where you just honestly there's a time where you just honestly like where the crowd's going crazy and you just honestly think that the bar was whack. Like you just honestly think it was like like I don't know what y'all talking about. This was whack to me because there's been times where I've like there's been times where I'm watching a battle and I'm like this crowd's going for crazy for that. Like really. But his opponent said his opponent said some even crazier stuff and it got crickets. Really? Like, come on, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, and then there's those bars that I'm like, y'all didn't react for this? Y'all didn't go crazy for this? What? Are you serious? Like, I think there's a good example where Cortez versus O-Red. Cortez had a scheme about Muhammad Ali. He was comparing O-Red to Muhammad Ali, and talking about how he's a champion when he only changed his name and changed his religion. And I thought that was the craziest thing ever, and the crowd was dead silent. And I was like, "What? Are you serious?" And even Clips was in it. Clips was there, and I saw Clips was like, "Yo, he changed his name because he didn't want to go to." I'm like, "Bro, yes, like he was comparing." I
remember that part.
Bro, that was crazy, and I was like, "Bro, like nobody went."
Like he changed his name because he didn't want to go fight.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, and he's the champion and everything. And I was like, I thought that was so crazy. And like I talked to Cortez about it, and he was like, "Yeah, bro. Like I was kind of mad that nobody gave that any love because I thought that was crazy too, and I thought the comparison was spot on." And I was like, "Man, like," but I mean, that's why I like the small room setting too because I feel like you're able to because I've kind of been in both. I've seen, you know what I'm saying, I was at Nome, and that was like probably like a 1,200, not a 1,200, maybe close to 1,000 people there. And then I was at DFW Battle League, and that was like a couple of hundred people there, maybe close, little smaller than that. And I feel like the small room, you know what I'm saying, like you can just rap, and I feel like you like that setting too because I've seen. I mean, your last two battles were in small rooms. You know what I'm saying? Like you versus Automatic Ray. I'm pretty sure that was a small room. That
was a super small room.
And you versus
the room was bigger.
Yeah,
there's more people there, but it's still like small. Like you said, it's not a norm. What you call that shit? Like a Born Legacy.
Born Legacy, yeah.
Like people like that type of shit.
Would you be opposed?
I give respect to niggas who do the big stage, like you said, the Houston shit.
Yeah,
and that shit means.
Would you be opposed to do that? Would you be up for that kind of challenge?
Hell fucking no.
Really?
I don't feel. experiences, but you know, I would like to do a bigger stage because as an artist, I've done bigger stages, and with me, just going from strictly doing music to battle rap, it was way easier to perform on a stage because you further away from the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You in your own back, it's lights on you, your music playing, so you really kind of in your own zone, even though it's hundreds of motherfuckers in the crowd. I've done festivals, all type of shit, and it's like it's wild people in the crowd, but you in your own world still on that stage.
Yep.
Versus when I came to battle rap, I'm in battle rap now. It's niggas right shoulder lift from me while I'm rapping. I can say some shit that I thought was dope, and then I can hear the nigga behind the nigga right by me like, that was alright. And now you in your head like, fuck you mean that was alright? Now you know, it's a very intimate thing. So to go for the bigger stages, to go to the smaller environments, there is a big difference. And to me, in my opinion, I think that it's harder to do a smaller room. You have to be that much more precise.
Yes.
You have to really entertain these people in a small environment. Keep them. They're all eyes on you. You have to keep them fucking intrigued this whole way through. Versus on stage, it's music playing, and it's other variables that's going to help you get with these people and keep them throughout the performance. Versus with battle rap, it's just you and your voice. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, I mean, I think that if I go on the bigger stage, I'll probably just fall right in. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm gonna just give you a little jewel from something that I learned along my way. When I battled Brooklyn Carter, that was on a bigger stage, but it wasn't nobody really there. But my point is, you still had to work the stage a certain way. And with me, I didn't finish my food. I didn't focus on my food. There was a lot of other shit during that battle that I was kind of like distracted. I was distracted, and I just, it just wasn't. But when I, went back to look at the game tape, I'm like, damn, had I just focused on Brooklyn Carter and just fought through all of that, I would have been okay. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't fought through it, I did. Like how I know I could have. So it's just like, if I would have just focused on my food, the crowd would have to follow suit. So I would take that wisdom that I had from them years ago, learn it to the big stage, and I'm gonna treat the big stage like it's a small room. I'm eating my food, and y'all get to just watch me eat. You gonna either fuck with it or not. You know what I mean? Because the moment you focus on that crowd, you playing this. You know what I'm saying? I battled Hemi in my PG. I battled Hemi versus I had what was that? I don't know what the car was called, but it was a PG. Like
it was in Cali, right?
And nah, that was in New York. That was actually in Black. What is it? Black.
Oh, it was in Black Star. Got you. Because I remember, I think two of those PGs off of that card, or three of those PGs, a couple of those PGs off that card dropped. I know what card you're talking about.
But see, that was history for me because I'm like, I always wanted to battle on Black Star. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that was dope. But long story short, Hemi was saying some shit that was going over the crowd heads, and he was getting affected by it. You feel what I'm saying? And
yeah.
He started complaining, and then I was on his head and paused, but I was whooping that ass, and it made it look bad. So you can't ever fucking worry about the crowd, and that's a mistake that I've made in the past. You just gotta eat your food, man. They gonna fuck with you or they not. And if you're a performer, somebody who caters more to the crowd, like the Hollow, you know what I'm saying, somebody like that, then that's your style. But if you an aggressive nigga like a me or a Tay-Rock, you gonna get situations where we like, fuck the crowd. Like, I'm eating right now. Chill, y'all niggas chill. Let me finish eating. Like, that shit ain't fake. When I was battling Lala Zane, I saw them niggas stopping me. That wasn't fake. Because I knew, I'm like,
I know what you're talking about, too.
To get off.
Yeah.
I got wild bars to get off, and y'all going crazy for my life shit. Let me get my shit off. Like, because I fuck with y'all, but if I fuck up because y'all going crazy for me, y'all gonna turn on me. Like, just chill. Let me do my thing.
Yeah, and that was I feel like John did the same thing. I felt like John for a while did the same thing when he was battling on URL, where he would say some stuff, he would do the same thing, and the crowd would be kind of messing him
let
up.
the crowd get to him.
Yeah, and but then he figured out his formula.
I see what y'all on.
Yeah, and no, but it be like that. It be like that, and
yeah, that's why I'm laughing. That's why I'm laughing, because that shit is real. You feel me? And you gotta learn. Like, I was watching John go through that and still not quite getting it. And I went through this shit myself, and it's like, and John, a nigga, he has given me a lot of advice, and some of his advice I didn't take, but I'm a real nigga. Like, I told him, yo, I'm not gonna say I heard that, I heard what you're saying, but I'm about to go through this. And you know what I mean? I gotta learn for myself, bro. I gotta go. And I went through shit, I seen certain shit. And I went back to John, like, yo, bro, you was right. But guess what, nigga? I still had to see for myself, bro. So, you know.
That's where you and me are alike. That's where you and me are alike because I'm that type of person too. You can call it stubbornness, call it ignorance, whatever you want to call it. It's just one of those things where I have to learn something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for a good example, when I talk to like non-battle rappers or even people that, you know, aren't familiar with the industry, we talk like, you know, like friendships and, you know, just pure like relationships and stuff. And you could be messing with this girl, right? And everybody keeps telling you that she's bad news. She's just bad news. And you just want to, and you're just like, yo, man, like, I don't know. Like, she seems right. She seems right. Like, you keep like, you know what I'm saying? And you keep saying like, yo, this is different. It's different. You keep, trying to, you know, convince yourself that it's the right move. And then, you know, you figure out it's not the right move, and you go back to your friends. You're like, "Yo, you was right." Like, it's nothing. It's nothing against them. It's just how you are. Like, I have to figure out. I have to do stuff myself and go through stuff myself to finally get it. Like, you can't just tell me that a person is bad or something like that, unless there's like unexplicable proof. You know, like that this person is bad. Like, yo, man, you shouldn't mess with them. And then, you know, something happens. Like, you know what? You was right. You know what I'm saying? You was right. You know, and I get it. And you, like I said, you can call it stubbornness or ignorance, but it's just something that you have to, it's just some of those things that you just literally have to go through yourself. You have to go through that stuff yourself. Right. And it's like, you have to take punches on the chin a couple of times. You gotta get hit in the chin a couple of times.
Exactly.
And
you test the waters, but you know what? I'm also the type of dude when, like you said, that stubbornness when I gotta feel that punch for myself. Or once I feel that first punch, I'm gonna go back to the nigga that told me not to weave that first punch. Like, bro, I got hit, but now I'm all ears, bro. Like, how do I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I trusted you before, but I felt like I get what you're saying, but let me still not compromise my own, I guess, desires or my own curiosity or whatever the fuck that may be. So it's like, let me just see what I can do. But once you see how this how things going, now I'm all ears, you know. But I'm still, now when I'm listening, I can compare what you're saying to my experience. So it just kind of brings it home better. You feel me? And that's what separates followers from, you know, people who fall in line with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I want to learn. I want to be on par. You know what I mean? If I go through some of the things that you've been through, now you can lead me to be where you at.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it, bro.
I feel like life is a book that has been written, but you don't want to skip you don't want to skip the pages. You don't want to get a spoiler alert. You know what, you might be in chapter 3. You might be in chapter 3 and you want to skip to chapter 6. Nah, you gotta let each page just keep going. You know what I'm saying? And
skip that shit.
Exactly.
That flip, nigga.
Yeah. And it's just like I try to tell people like all the time to just kind of just take not one day at a time, but just one thing that you go through like at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always try to tell people like, yo, like, you may be mad now, but if you ain't mad in the next 36 hours, 24 hours, it wasn't worth it. I tell people that all the time. And that's just, you know, that's usually, you know, every time I get on this podcast, I always try to drop some jewels or some, you know, some advice to people. Like, no, like, if it don't matter, if you mad about something right now and it don't matter in the next 2 days, it wasn't worth it. Exactly, it wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? And if it does matter, then you need to go wherever the source of the problem is and hash that out. Don't go to social media. Don't go to other people that have nothing to do with the situation. No, go to the root of the problem and figure it out. Like, if you got a problem with your homie, go to him and speak it out like two grown people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen friends who have literally their friendship has never been the same, and it's all because the way they handled the situation. Like I've seen friendships be ruined because of bullshit. Because of bullshit. Because it's like, bro, like
trust me.
I got you, man.
Of that these days, bro.
Yeah, man.
A lot of that, and that's real. That's real.
Because it's like, don't go to social media, bro. Like y'all both got phones. We both got phones. Just call me, man. Just call me. I've been in. To be completely honest, man. Like one of my best friends in this entire world. We've been. It's just been. It feels like there's been some tension, like just these past couple of weeks. And then did I go to social media? Did I go to somebody else who's not in the situation? No. I talked to them. I called them and said, listen, there's an issue that we both have. We need to speak this. We need to just hash this out. And that's what we did. We handled it and we got it over with and nobody was involved. Because I feel like there's a certain there's a mantra there's a rule that your parents always told you that was kind of like mean, but it's also true. Like, stay out of grown folk business. Stay out of grown folk business, man. And you know what I'm saying? That's what
Let me ask you something real quick. Just something for my curiosity.
What's up?
What if you would have hit your friend up? What if you would have hit your mans up and you like, yo, there's some shit going on that's obviously gonna die. Like, what's up? Let's put the shit on the table. And then the nigga was like, nah, we good. Everything good, man. You my nigga. Everything good. You know what I'm saying? And then he went on social media and was saying this shit like, I don't like niggas whose names start with an F and battle on bullpen. Like,
if it's like that, if it's where, you know what I'm saying, they're literally lying to my face. That's what it is.
Yeah,
lying. They're lying. No, it's not even front. It's just flat out lying. You're basically telling me, oh no, we ain't got problems, and then go somewhere else and say, oh no, we do got problems. If anybody was in this situation, to be completely honest with you, I would cut that person off until they say, why we ain't talking to you no more? Well, you know, you jumped out the window on social media and you was telling me that we didn't have problems, but now you telling the whole world we do? What's the issue? Why didn't you tell me that we had issues? And then it'll probably be like, oh man, I don't know how to approach it, blah blah blah. You know, I ain't that type of person to be talking about. No, if you got any person, like, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you play a tough guy or, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all got emotions. The hardest dude, the most buffest dude, the most gangsters dude has got emotions, and he handles his situations the way he does. But I guarantee you, that tough guy, if he has a problem with one of his homies, he does not talk. He does not talk to nobody. He will handle that situation with the person that he has a problem with.
They're sure not gonna say nothing on social media.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. He ain't gonna talk. And, go ahead.
Just keep it. Just keeping it to our topic, and that shit happen a lot in this industry. Period. Not just battle rap. Like, and it come from ego. It's like we both got names, and we both artists, we both battle rappers, we both whatever. And my ego was hurt, so instead of coming to you like, man, look at Sue Surf and fucking Shotgun Suge, like these niggas was game.
That battle should have never happened. That battle should have never happened.
You know, not that it's any of my fucking business. So I was just giving examples where it's like, damn, y'all niggas lost the brotherhood and a good bond or whatever y'all had going on over some battle rap shit.
Come on,
like,
bro.
If I knew a nigga before battle rap or music, there's nothing in battle rap or music that's gonna make me not fuck with them unless I come to them with the man and disrespect there. So when somebody allows outside shit to affect real relationships, they're not all the way 100. You feel what I'm saying? That shit happened a lot, God. It happened a lot. And, who's to say who was in the wrong between Surf and Suge? But look at them now. You just got to keep it moving and keep it pushing because it's a toxic energy there. And you just got to leave that shit where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
It should have never happened. It should have never happened because, frankly, that's none of our business.
Not at all.
That's none of our business. Like when I see like when people try to when people try to talk to me about, you know, their issues, if they want to talk to me about their issues, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I I like to think myself as a very loyal person. You know what I'm saying? If you give me some information that you want to keep between me and you, then guess that's where exactly it's gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? Like I never that because it's not, and plus, but I also have a slight uncomfortableness because frankly it's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? If you are looking for somebody to like confide in and talk to and all that stuff, I respect that. That's fine. I respect that you trust me enough to come to you, but I'm gonna feel a little, you know, discomfort because it's none of my really business, and you should be talking to, you know, you shouldn't be talking to. It shouldn't be an A and C conversation. It should be an A and B conversation because A and B got the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just the odd man out, and I don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be like that. So, but man, Flock, I appreciate you, you know, not coming back because there was a technical issue because this should have been out today, but there's a technical issue, but this will be out. This is being recorded on a Sunday. This will be released on a Monday, just so everybody can start their week with a fresh Flight 96 episode with the one and only the God Fliiko L. You know, the God. But hey man, what do you got coming up, man? What you got coming up for these people?
Before I answer that, this like you're gonna be chopping this up this year, right? Or you just gonna run it straight through?
I'm gonna run it straight through, rough cut.
I feel like there's some other. I feel like we could have talked a little bit more battle rap. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like the conversation been dope. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like.
No, we can. No, if you got some questions to ask me about battle rap or anything, man, we could. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time limit. Keep going. If you wanna, keep going, I'm all the way for it. I'm all the way for it, man. I mean, because
I don't really know in particular. You feel me? I was like,
no, but I was gonna talk because I was gonna bring up some matchups from Smack Volume 3 that I wanted to run your way. You know what I'm saying? And because I had posted this on Twitter about, you know, I trolled URL just for a little bit because I said they took from my list. And if you kind of think about it, they maybe did, they maybe didn't. Nah, I'm fucking with you. They didn't. But I have a huge list of battle matchups that have never happened yet that I post on Twitter from time to time. And 4 of those matchups are on the Smack Volume 3 card. It's a 7 card battle. It's a 7 card battle, so that means the majority of this card is, whether you want to look at it from my perspective, your perspective, that doesn't matter, is from my list. You know what I'm saying? So I want to run a couple matchups by you, man. Like let's go with Rum Nitti versus New Jersey Twerk.
Wow. Yo. That battle was great from like the battle rap gods. Like there's a lot of battles that go on and we be like, man, why these battles? This had to happen. There's plenty of fans who would love to have this battle happen. I feel like that'll not happen because I don't know. But it happened. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, I ain't the type to be like 2-1, I can't decide. I love picking a winner, but I can't pick no winner for that. I'm not giving you a reason though, because Romney, I feel like I said earlier, he's the best puncher right now, like consistently. You know what I mean? But however, I still feel like Twerk put his shit together on the same caliber. It's just not in punch form. You know what I mean? It's more metaphor driven. It's more slick talk. So I feel like both at their best, what they do, that's gonna be a classic. Now, if Twerk shows or something like that, you gonna die. If Nitti try to go outside of his punching style and just either do what Twerk do or just do some more abstract shit just to try to be different, he's gonna lose to me. Like, I feel like Nitti need to play his game.
Yep.
And if he do, that shit gonna be a classic. It's gonna be a classic. I don't know who's gonna win that, but that's for the books. That's the battle rap classic right there.
If I usually, cause I'm gonna be doing a separate prediction video for this, but if I had to get my analysis for this, This is a match that needs to happen, and I think this is the perfect time for this to happen. I feel like Nitti is finally has graduated to that next level. I mean, he main evented in Houston against Surf. You know what I'm saying? Main evented against yeah, like he made and he main evented against Briz in LA. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of these matchups where, you know, it's gonna be hard for me to pick a winner. It's gonna be hard for me to pick a winner. I'm not gonna pick a winner right now. You know what I'm saying? But I do think I agree with you. This is gonna be one of these battles where where it's like every time I hear, it's like the reaction that I had when I heard you and Street Hymns was locked in. I need complete silence. I need the door shut. I need phones off, and I need everybody to be quiet because I need to hear every single bar, every single one, because
edge of your seat type shit.
Exactly, man. Like, and the thing is like, you right now, those kinds of battles always. Like, those kinds of battles of those edge of the seat, like, I need to hear it, like, those are starting to be rare now. You know what I'm saying? To me, those are starting to be rare now. So when I look at, you know, Iron Solomon versus O-Red, that's the kind of matchup that I like right there. While New Jersey Twerk versus Rum Nitty is ridiculous. It's going to be crazy. Iron Solomon and O-Red, that's the battle for me. Because Iron is one of the best pins to ever do this. O-Red has
100%.
And O-Red is one of the
O-Red.
Yeah, exactly, one of the best pins to ever do this. And to see these guys about to go in a small room. I couldn't ask for anything more, bro. I couldn't ask for anything more.
That shit gonna be crazy.
If I you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Not only are they pins where, you know, the attacks and punches and shit is on a creative level, but they both versatile riders too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Solomon in them with a hard like angle that's still like a funny joking angle, but still witty at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Red might do a scheme on, you know, Iron that's like nobody ever used in those words before. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I don't know. They just do shit that's like outside of the regular pot. And I referenced this before, where there's a certain pot of shit that always goes up, like the bow or all these fucking a bar like a blacksmith. I'm making them. I don't know. Like I'm making the metal. Like they always throw out something, and then explain why this is relating to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Barbershop. You can get the fade here. It's like that shit. Everybody use those type of things. That shit is right. But you got niggas like Danny, niggas like O-Red, Iron Solomon, Nitti, myself, who use shit that's like, I don't think nobody ever really referenced that. And Iron Solomon and O-Red are two of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So.
Listen, man, all this card is missing a Fliiko L main stage PG. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, man. You get it?
The door's been open for y'all to be doing that now. The door has been open for y'all to be doing that now. So it could happen.
It could happen. In your pocket, man. Yeah, just do you, and shit gonna change, man. That's why I respect the B-Dots and the Low Soul, because they got similar, you know, perspectives as me. However, they just do certain things or affiliate with certain things that I haven't done necessarily. And it's not a thing where it's like I'm mad about that, or I haven't had similar opportunities. Just because we balancing, you know, my music career that's actually I'm really tied in. It's not like I'm trying to get in the industry. You know what I'm saying? It's more so building, and that's something that you prioritize. So when you look at battle rap and all the politics and all the things, sometimes it's not really worth it to just take those risks when you can focus on something that's definite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because I've been, you know, balancing that, it's a lot of integrity that I've held. So I appreciate the B-Dots and even like Chef Trez, the way that he went to URL, like he did it he was already popping before he went, to the point that, you know, what was it? Trey Dennis was his first battle. You feel what I'm saying?
Trey Dennis was his first PG, and then he did, and then he battled Rada, and that was his. And the thing is that
that's it.
And Chef Trez showed out against Trey Dennis. I think he 3-0'd him, and then had a crazy battle against Rada.
Rada, yeah.
So
to my point,
yeah.
He didn't, because a lot of niggas were trying to get on fucking URL before then, and niggas were taking any kind of place, plenty of battles that did not fucking drop. Fred did it in a way where he was prioritized as soon as he came to the URL. That nigga, the least we gonna do is drop his shit, and you know, whatever the case may be. He had shit with URL, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but he was able to, you know, go through that and prosper. Loso, that nigga went straight from bullpen to get, you know, doing it to what was that battle he did? Was it the Gnome?
Yeah, he did it at Gnome. He was a main stage PG at Gnome. That's crazy.
So for people coming up, you know what I'm saying, or others who've probably been around but ain't been as active like me, there's gonna be opportunities like that. But I'm not oblivious to the fact that I don't sell tickets like on Loso or fucking whoever, a Wave or whoever. So it's like I'm not demanding anything from URL. It's just a situation where when we able to talk in the conversation a little different, then we can talk. But I'm willing to wait for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done a PG that didn't drop, that I took. I missed out on my first cousin's funeral to do this shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have to pay for your own expenses. They don't pay for your hotel. They don't pay for for you to travel and shit like that. You know what I mean? Not to say that they obligated to do it. I get it. They providing a platform, whatever. But that's a lot of risk. That's a lot of liability. That's a lot of things that you taking for a maybe, for a hopefully y'all drop my battle, because I'm not contractually obligated to y'all. So when you think like that, just in a common sense manner, or just as a businessman, that shit is just like, I'm not really trying to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. It's never anything personal with URL or anything like that. Like, some artists feel like, oh, they being held back and shit. Nah, you know what the game is? Make your way the way you have to. So I've been making my way the way I see fit in this industry, and it's worked for me to still be a name in this shit. Like, my name ring off, and a lot of niggas is out here scratching and screaming to be noticed in this fucking game. They ain't been on Champion.
Facts.
It's niggas who had PG. It's niggas who had PGs who wasn't on Champion.
Shout out to Jay Black.
So shout out to Jay Black. Major shout out to Jay Black. So at the end of the day, it's like, I know my worth, and I keep on building that until niggas ready to, all right, Black, this is what we gonna do. You know what I mean? Till then, I'm gonna keep on supporting. I'm gonna keep on doing what I do. And, you know, when we lock in these battles that I do get, niggas I'm gonna prove every time why I'm something special in this game, in this culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep on proving it.
And you brought up Chef Trez, and as a person, and he's a mutual friend of ours, and he was one of the first people that fucked with me when I was started doing all this, you know, when I started getting into battle rap media. And speaking of Jay Black is the main reason why I got into all this, because if Jay Black can do it from his he was just a college kid who just loved battle rap and just did, and he look at him doing his thing, then that means that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? He gives me motivation to see that.
You said that because I didn't want to disrespect you and say that, but you give me like that energy. Not where it's the same at all. You got your own vibe. That's why I love with you. But it's like Jay Black is somebody you know just loves the culture, the art of the shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's just showing love, and you do the same, bro. And like I said, that's what I said before in our previous conversation, that, you know, the energy you got is needed in this game. Because we got Jay Black, but we need other energy like that. And I fuck with Caps too. Like, I fuck with Caps because I know Caps love the art, and that's where his bullshit come from. If he's spazzing on the battle rap, it's only because he's thinking about the integrity of the craft.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love, I just love, we need niggas like y'all, man. So I know that I see so much potential in what you got going on, but I know that you're going to be within that same conversation with them niggas, bro. Like,
I appreciate that. That's a huge compliment, man. I really appreciate that.
That's super fact.
But we was talking about Chef Trez. He's battling on this card versus Loso, and yeah. We. I'm not.
Trust me, I know.
I know too. And he I got the same information that you got as well. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, because I try to be as unbiased as I possibly can, and I think Loso is no slouch at all. He is
at all. Period.
Loso is one of the best up and comers, or just one of the best period in the game right now.
I know.
He's one of the best in the world right now. Loso, if you really think about this, Loso is such, like, I feel like he's almost reaching pioneer status for what he's been able to do in the game.
It's not almost. He already did. He already did.
But he went from a main stage PG at Gnome 8 to Smack Volume 3 in June, July, August, September, October. Like, you know what I'm saying? In like 6 months.
Yo,
in 6 months. That's crazy.
Who haven't accomplished that.
That's crazy,
how many
man.
How many battles Loso got?
I
less
mean,
than 25?
I'm gonna go and say less than 25. I'm pulling up his.
Definitely.
Shout out to Verse Tracker. They got the index. They got the battle rap index.
Yeah.
15 battles, bro. 15.
You see what I'm saying?
15. And he's got over 1 million views too. 2 million views.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro. You're at 13, so you doing something right. If he's at 15 and you at 13, you doing something right.
Alright.
You doing something right.
That's how I look at it. Like, I'm always the opportunity away. It's something, how, like, the suicide bombers be, like, planting the bombs in a venue and then they leave and they just set them all off all at one time. Like, that's really how my career been. Like, I've been planting seeds in this culture for the longest, you know what I'm saying? And my name rings with certain pillars in this game to where it matters. So when I have an explosive opportunity, because I've had explosive performances, but with a bigger name and that platform is right and the stars align, the lights are going to turn on for all the other seeds that I play in, because niggas already know where I'm at, know what I do with it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of them things where, kind of like how Tay-Rock did it. Tay-Rock saying he already solidified himself in the culture before he became that nigga, just by his hard work and dedication. Like, he battled so many different people. He was already good. Like, you stuck in the culture. You stuck in the book because certain niggas had great showings against you. But then when you start shining, niggas go back and reference all of it and say, wait, not only is Rock great now, but this nigga been consistent for how long?
Like 10 years.
Wow. And they give him, and they give you that much more. So when niggas, let's say I battle Lux tomorrow and I become this fucking phenomenon in battle rap, niggas still gonna go back and say, wait, he had a classic versus XL.
And a classic with Lotta Zay.
He had a classic with Lotta Zay. Oh, he was already on Champion. Oh, he had a PG already. He been around. Oh, shit. This nigga been putting in his work. Versus a nigga that come out the blue and just like, what work have you put in? You could tell that certain niggas is just not, I don't know, man. It's the politics that gets them where they at versus them really just putting in that pain. You know what I mean? Rock ain't getting to the politics until he became the president type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, before then, he kept it craft, and I've been keeping it craft. Like I said, I got $13, bro. Lonzo got 15, and he accomplished what he accomplished. More power to it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like, that shows, that comparison, that shows something. That says a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Sue Surf, another nigga, Jazz, the rapper, like.
Shout out to Jazz. Her birthday was yesterday.
That's my sis, man. Well, happy birthday again, sis. Much love to you. You know, Jazz kind of, kind of ushered me in this game, man. A lot of people don't realize that. They don't know that.
Listen, bro. Funny story. I may embarrass myself when I say this, but funny story. I was at Nome, right? I was at Nome, and I was, you know what I'm saying, I was basically just enjoying the moment because Math Hoffa was nice enough to get me and my brother on stage and able to really experience what it's like to be at a battle rap event. And yeah, that was my first event too, bro. So it was like, what? Like I was in, bro.
Math Hoffa, man.
Bro, like he was, but we were outside, bro, and I will always regret this because I guess I wouldn't call myself short, but like I'm just a skinny light-skinned kid, man, who just loves battle rap. That's all I am. Like at the end of the day, I'm just a skinny light-skinned kid who loves hip hop, period. So like we outside and she's talking to Riggs, and I am the type of person that if you are talking to somebody, I will patiently wait my turn to speak to you until there's an opportunity to speak to you. I never want to I don't like interrupting people because I don't want to be I hate being disrespectful. I don't like doing that. So she was talking to Riggs, and I was about to be like, "Yo, Jazz, he's like you my favorite female battle rapper, like all this," and try to get a picture. My dumb ass just waves and just says, "Hey, Jazz," and she just waves back, and then I completely forget like what I was gonna do, and then I never get the picture. So, Jazz, the next time you in Houston or in Texas, I'm getting my picture, fam. I don't care, bro. I'm getting my picture.
Man, listen, you know what's funny? Jazz, if you would have walked up and interrupted her, she the type to be like, "Oh, you mad rude? You don't see us talking?"
Yeah.
And she still would have made you feel, "Yo, I got you." Like, what's up? Like, Jazz is the most down-to-earth fucking chick ever. Like, yo, she has no ego. Like, no, she's arguably the greatest female ever, period. And you would never get that off her, ever. Shout out to her.
Yeah, facts.
So, yeah, next time you see her, just go get that picture. Just say, "Yo, Jazz, stop playing. Give me that picture."
That's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna tell her that story, too. I'm gonna tell her the story. She probably gonna laugh, too. But you ain't pick. I know you ain't picking a winner for this Loso and Chef Trez. I know you ain't, because this one's. I know we both have very top secret info. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like you said, Loso is not a slouch by far, and I don't know what your interaction was like when you had that secret, but when I was speaking to certain people, I'm always unbiased, and I let niggas know, look, hey, take heed to that, because this nigga, hey. So as far as that battle go, ain't nobody playing with Loso. If you do that, what's the point of getting booked against Loso and think that you gonna just body this nigga? Like, by now, you knew that that's not gonna be an easy feat. So
has Loso ever even been bodied before?
Yeah, but for this battle, he hasn't. For this battle, I'm gonna just say, this is, to me, the first opportunity that somebody gets to beat Loso clearly. Only because I mean, both of them niggas are, staples in the South. But I'm a lyrical type of nigga. And Loso reminds me of more so like he's like a Tupac type of nigga. Like, he's lyrical.
But he has a lot of storytelling to him. I get you.
Yeah, it's other variables that he has mastered and polished, like, but I feel like as strictly lyrical creativity of bars, Trez edges him, you know what I'm saying, just as reaching outside of those realms of just, don't get me wrong, Loso say some shit too. He has creative shit, but it's just like, Trez is witty as hell, but, at the end of the day, I feel like if Trez can find a way to balance on that and prove the point that he's lyrically better, but still meet fucking Loso and all of those other variables, Trez can be the first nigga to clearly beat Loso 2-1. But if he not, Loso gonna do work, and Trez know that. You either fight or die.
Yep.
That nigga.
Facts.
So
that's gonna be a crazy battle. It's gonna be a crazy battle though. This next matchup, ironically, we were talking about this guy, and this is a battle that he's been asking for months. Mr. Wavy versus Briz Rothstein. Mr. Wavy's been asking for Briz since Born Legacy 4. He battled Bill. Mr. Wavy came back to the battle scene, I think, after maybe a year, 2 years. He was supposed to battle Young Ill. He was supposed to battle Clean Paper. And, you know what I'm saying, he was backed out on. And after Bill Collector, he said in an interview on Hip Hop Is Real, he says, I want Briz. I want to battle Briz. After Twerk, he came back versus Twerk. I want to battle Briz. He battled Jerry West to strike 2. He battled Jerry West to strike 2.5, and I'm pretty sure, he battled Shep Trez. I'm sorry. He battled Shep Trez at the Survivor Series DMV Encore. You know, he was still asking for Briz. He kept asking for Briz because I feel like but I don't think he ever really said why. Like, I feel like that's somebody that could motivate him and push his pen. But I think, to me personally, I think this isn't the setting that Mr. Wavy wanted Briz, because this is a small room. This is a small room, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And the last time we saw Briz in a small room, he had a great battle against O-Red. You know what I'm saying? I saw him, but I feel like Wavy wanted Briz at like a Irving Plaza, or, you know what I'm saying, a Gramercy Theater, you know what I'm saying, a huge big stage, a main stage battle. But he's got him in a small room. And Briz is from that small room. You know what I'm saying? And Wavy, I think, you know what I'm saying, he's battled on We Go Hard and done his paid his dues. And it's like, I don't know what's fixing to happen with this, and I don't understand why Fliiko finds this.
That's why I'm laughing at you, God. Look, man, it's gonna get real dark for Wavy.
Oh man.
No pun intended. You feel me? But like,
wow, that was a bar too. That was a bar. That went over their heads.
You feel me? So it's like, well, me and Briz come from, you know, that heat, that. I mean, of course, he was with some shit before that, but he got popping on Spit That Heat.
Yep.
So it's like that environment. That's what made the whole culture fall in love with this nigga. So I mean, he definitely got a little bit of an edge on me on that. But Wavy is very charismatic too. And then he had, what was that small room battle he had? That was a classic. One of his first classic. Wavy.
Who? Wavy, was it Prez? Prez Mafia?
Prez, exactly. You feel me? So he could get busy in a small room too. So that's gonna be a classic. But I'm gonna go with Briz 2-1.
So am I.
I fuck with Wavy, you know what I mean? Brooklyn shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that nigga Briz that's what he shined at. I personally prefer Briz in a small room than a big stage, you know what I mean? Because all that torture shit and all that crazy shit he talk, breathing heavy and shit, like, when you in that small space, nigga, like, yeah, it's like that, you feel me? And that's why I like the small room, because it's like, you can't hide behind the lights, my nigga. You can't hide behind that shit. It's me and you, nigga. Like, that's where, you know, that's what separates the men from the boys in this shit. So,
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna get at the Briz 2-1, man. I'm gonna kill him, but he's gonna get that.
I'm gonna give this to Briz 2-1 because I just think it's just gonna be just like, you know, experience. I think it's just gonna be like, you know, I feel like Briz is gonna, you know, show him that it's levels to me personally. But I'm gonna tell you this. This might be, if Wavy backs up with what he's been saying, like yo, this battle's going, I want this battle. Because when you say you want to battle somebody, there is a lot of motivation and there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of like
incentive.
Yes, like
but wait, before you say that, you're a fan of this culture like me.
Yeah.
How many niggas who was begging for a battle beat the nigga that was begging for? Calico begged for Lux. John begged for Disaster.
John. I mean, I don't know if you've seen John versus Hollow. I don't know if you've seen John versus Hollow.
So John is the nigga then. Damn, I was about to say maybe Son could have been the first nigga. The Wavy could have been the first to, you know, execute on, you know, trying to chase a battle, but nah, I gave John that battle 2-1.
Crazy battle.
I gave it to him 3-0. I gave it to him 3-0, but I'm just trying to be respectful, honestly.
I got 2-1 because
Which round you gave him?
I gave him the first. I gave him the first. I gave him the first because nah, bro. Y'all want to talk about because yeah, I gave him the first, bro.
Lyrically, all that you my son talking all that shit.
Nah, yeah, I get that, but like, bro, like, nah, fam, Flock, don't do that, Flock, don't do this to me, bro, don't do this to me. You gotta watch. You have to watch that first round. You gotta watch because.
Out-rap John that
he got the book because John. First of all, when it's like when you are battling somebody and there's a lot of anticipation behind your battle, like if you say nah, fuck the coin flip, I'm going first. I take that as like, okay, you about to snap for real. Like nah, screw you, I'm going first. He said, nah, fam, let's just get this out of the way. This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? And then he pulls out the mirror, and this is what happened. It's like, just like, it looks like the type of mirror that when I put you through it. And I was like, okay, let's get this out of the way. And he was just, bro. And he said the hee hollow, and did all that stuff. Like, John, to me, like, John set the tone.
That was his lightest round. Yeah, that was like an introduction round. But besides like the hee ha shit, that was probably a bar that he felt like, fuck it, like let me risk it. I can't recall right now, but he had a lot of punches and like lyrical shit versus the first whole like minute into Hollow round, he just was talking, doing his whole Hollow spill. Don't get me wrong, I like certain shit how he set it up, but it wasn't like bars, it wasn't lyrical. I feel like John was punching even while he was trying to get his point across. And he did stop earlier than, his other rounds. And it was his lightest round in that battle. It still was more lyrical. Like, that was Hollow's lightest round too to me at first.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying? So it's just like, you want to really, John lightest was better than his in my opinion. If y'all both, I'm sorry, one more point. If y'all both like, I'm going to go with who was lyrically better at least.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
What you were saying?
No, I was gonna say, it was just like everybody gets on to me about giving John the first. Like everybody looks at me like, bro, you really gave John like
Hollow the first.
Like everybody wants me to give Hollow the first. Like, nah, bro, you gotta look. You gotta watch. You just have to watch, bro. Like there are certain moments in that first round. Like I was on my like if I'm sitting, because usually I can't be there for these battles. So if I'm sitting at home and I'm on my feet for your round, you win it in my opinion. Like if I'm sitting here like, let's go, John, talk to him, and he was wilding on him, like you can't tell me that he wasn't snapping in the first. You can't tell me he wasn't snapping in the first because he did he says, let's get this all out of the way. Let's get this all out of the way. Like he did the thing where y'all twerk. They didn't know it was me when I took my glasses and my hat off. Like
so I thought you not giving Hollow the first.
No, I gave John the first.
I thought you said, oh yeah, what the hell?
No, I said John. I said John. I said John got the first.
Remember you said you gave it to John 2-1. I gave him 3-0. I said, which round did you?
Oh, okay. I said I gave him the first, and then you was like, wow, and that's why I was like,
I couldn't believe you gave Hollow that. I thought you gave Hollow that round because I gave John all 3 rounds.
No, I gave John the first. I gave John the first. I gave Hollow the second, maybe.
Okay.
And then I give John the third. Yeah. It's just.
The second was
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and watch them. I'll have to go back and watch it. But first watch. I gave John 2-1.
You give it. I respect it, but yeah, man. Like that was a good battle. Hollow, nobody. It was a good battle. It's debatable, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely gave that to John.
I gave it to John because it meant more to John too. It meant way more to John.
Of course. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that first round with Hollow, I'm like, nigga, you ain't coming to eat. John has that killer instinct. That shit.
He knows how to win battles.
But they both do.
Facts.
They both do.
Facts.
That's what they're both known for in a sense. But Hollow, and I feel like, Hollow is kind of, I ain't really like how he went out bad in that battle to me. I feel like with John, instead of giving his all, or like coming at John like, nigga, I'm gonna treat you like, like I'm trying to kill you. He kind of, I don't know, man. It's like he opted out and let John just do his thing. He did enough to get by, in my opinion. Like, that first round was him doing enough to get by round. The second round, he showed some venom. Third round, he had some venom in it, but it just wasn't. Like, John was like on another level to me. All 3 rounds consistently. I feel like Hollow played a little bit more. And that's the shit that, I appreciate him taking the battle, but it's just like, damn, like, niggas would rather give you a half-ass battle so they can have an excuse when you beat them instead of proving why they're better than you.
Yeah. And like when I watch, and that was like seeing his eyes, like, cause everybody, it's no secret, John is my favorite battle rapper. Period. He really is. And to watch him give that kind of performance, and to watch him give that kind of performance is like watching your favorite basketball player go for like 60, go have an amazing game. You know what I'm saying? Like against a team that was tough. Like that's like watching, like, because my favorite basketball player was Michael Jordan. That's like watching him versus like a Magic Johnson or a Larry Bird, or, you know what I'm saying? Like just like watching him going against somebody that everybody thinks that this person is better than them, and then they show them like, oh no, I'm on your level, fam. Or if not, I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? So back to Wavy and Briz. I feel like this is going to bring out, I think, a good Wavy because he wants this battle so bad.
Of course.
So I still got Briz 2-1, but I feel like Wavy is going to definitely.
He can steal it.
Yeah, he can steal.
He can get that 2-1. I definitely feel like he can get that battle. And that's what I'm saying. It's a matter of Wavy. This battle really is surrounded by him. If he gets a career, like you said, if he have a career high score, like if he go crazy, yeah, it's still that for sure. But if he come anything less than great, niggas already want to take that dub away from him anyway because he asked for the battle so long.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Loaded Lux and Calico was really a debatable battle. In real fucking life, it's a debatable battle. But at the end of the day, man, Loaded Lux is just too great, bro. I would never say that battle debatable. I would always say Lux killed Calico. But in real life, he won clearly. But you choked the whole round, bro. Ain't no killing after that. You killed him in the third.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's just me being a real nigga. Some niggas wouldn't say that, but that's just the facts of life. But so with Wavy, if he have a great night, yeah, they're gonna give him that. But if you have anything less than great, you're done. You did all that for what, nigga? Go back to the drawing board.
Now,
they can't wait to say that then.
Now, this next matchup, man, people are gonna be like, yo, you jumping out the window for real in this one. I don't care what anybody else has to say because I hold this man in high regard. I hold both of these guys in high regard, but lyrically I hold one clearly above the other. DNA versus Mickey Fax. Now before I get to what I'm about to say, I'm gonna give some backstory. Apparently, this dates back to when DNA battled Young Ill, and apparently Mickey told Young Ill's crew or Young Ill himself that he was gonna do something. I think it was that he was gonna do the whole freestyle in the crowd thing, and I think that was one of the things, or he just told him his rounds, something along those lines, and this has been a grudge ever since. And then they finally, you know what I'm saying, I heard it was there was Champion basically just confirmed it, or DNA confirmed it on Champion, saying, yeah, Mickey Fax, I got Mickey Fax in December. You smacked Volume 3. And I was like, oh shit, this is really going down. And then I saw the trailer and it was like, oh, it's locked in for real. So I'm gonna say this. DNA. Before I say this, I'm gonna pay my respects to DNA. DNA is one of the best to ever do it because he's done so much for this culture. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the most viewed battle rappers in the world. He has, been on ESPN. He's been on he's been on BET. He's done a lot for this culture. You can't tell me that DNA has done nothing for this culture because he's had classics.
Right.
He's had amazing performances. He's had moments. He's done everything. Mm-hmm. Then we have Mickey Fax, who is a respected MC, outside of rap, who can rap on beat. He can rap. He can battle rap. I mean, you saw what he did against Daylight and Danger Zone. You know what I'm saying? And you people may think, oh, DNA is gonna win this clearly because just based off a resume, and you can't base things off a resume because then people would have said that Fliiko Lada Zay was gonna 3-0 Fliiko L if you were gonna base this off resume because we don't know Flock.
It was like I had like 15% on the polls as far as who they thought was gonna win.
Yeah, but it's just But with all due respect, DNA, I respect what you do, and I didn't get a chance to meet you in Houston. I saw you battle JC on stage and all that, and you did your thing in the first round. But Mickey Fax is about to smoke your boots, fam. 3-0. I don't care. I don't. Because you mean to tell me that you are a better lyricist than Mickey Fax? What? You mean to tell me it's like, I'm about to kill him 3-0. I'm about to kill him. No, you're not. No, you are not. Because this small room eliminates two of your biggest attributes. Performance and crowd control. This is about rapping. This is specifically about. You can rebut. He can rebuttal. He can rebuttal.
Yo,
Mickey
have to rebuttal and freestyle his life. Well, that's what I'm saying. These are the other things that he do great that the average guy doesn't do that he can use to help him, like freestyle and rebuttal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, a nigga like me, bro, best case scenario, DNA goes crazy and it shows quote unquote levels on the veteran side.
Okay.
Still, if Mickey Fax at least keeps up, like if he don't get body as far as perception goes, like if he keeps up aura wise, and then I hear the lyrics and they're just significantly, a difference, I'm gonna give it to Mickey Fax 3-0 anyway.
Yeah.
I'm listening for lyrics, but let's say DNA fucking get Mickey out of his bag and get him shook up to the point that he's just having a terrible night. Then I'm like, all right, nigga, you saying the most, but it looked too bad. I can't give you this battle. Like, I can't, even if you out-wrote him, if you didn't at least be, subpar. Like,
Mickey would have to beat himself. Pause. Mickey is going to have to,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because if Mickey comes, like I think he will, where his delivery and his aura is on point to match those lyrics, 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0. If Mickey don't come on his A game, and then, DNA is not the nigga that slip against. Twerk chose to slip against DNA and he lost. You don't do that with DNA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you're a better writer, which I feel like Mickey is undoubtedly, nigga, then just make sure that you can deliver your shit at least good enough so the crowd won't be like, this nigga is just boring. Like, get your shit off, but don't do all the extras either, because you're a better MC than this nigga. Like, you may not be a better battle rapper. Not many are. That's why he's one of the greatest. So play your game. And 3-0.
Mickey, I can't, because what made me, I watched this, there was a video that Champion did with Mickey, where Mickey was on Champion, and he was talking real spicy to DNA. He said, and this is what scares me, he said, don't take a battle before me. Don't take another battle before me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Don't take another.
That was on Champion, right?
Yeah, I said, he's like, don't take another battle before me. Cause he says, I'm even looking at stuff I did against Daylight that I should do better. And I was like, oh my God, what did you do, DNA? What did you do? I'm so like, and they both of them sold the fight. They both have sold the fight so well. Yeah, and I love it. I love it. I love it because it's like because John and Hollow were both talking spicy. You know what I'm saying? What's another good grudge match that actually lived up to its I mean, you can say the Arsenal and Hollow rematch face off. Oh man, they was talking so spicy. They was both talking so spicy. Even though I thought
that battle didn't live up to that.
Yeah, yeah. But going back to DNA and Mickey Fax, like yo, like they've sold this battle so well that I am very excited to see this battle, like just period. But
be fine, man.
But I just don't think lyrically Mickey Fax can. I don't think lyrically DNA can mess with Mickey Fax at all. I'm sorry.
Not at all. And you know what? That's like if anybody in this culture that I can relate to is Mickey. And I'm gonna be real with you. I saw the Daylight battle one time. Yeah, I feel like he's fucking 3-0 Daylight.
Nasty.
I probably did. I don't know. I don't even remember if I finished him in Danger Zone battle. But I already know what kind of nigga he is, and I can relate to him where it's like, I'm an MC, period. No, I'm not no battle rapper. Do I battle rap? Yes.
But you are not, that is not your title. That is not your title.
Yes, I'm my title. As an MC, you have to battle rap, or you're not an MC.
Facts.
You're a rapper.
Yep, facts.
You feel what I'm saying? And there's a slight subtle difference, but there's for sure a fucking difference between an MC and a lyricist and a fucking rapper.
Facts.
So with me, I look at it like, yo, this is for us. Mickey, like you gotta prove that you niggas can still hop in and out this shit. You know what I'm saying? On a high level and do both at a high level. And that's why I was just like, you know, I definitely want to see Mickey do good. It ain't a bias thing because if he gets smoked by DNA, then you got smoked, nigga. And I'm gonna be real about
it. I'm gonna be real about it too. If DNA beats Mickey Fax, I will publicly apologize to DNA.
I'm a at Mickey and tell him.
You lost. You lost.
Yeah, you lost, though, nigga.
You lost. Come see me now. Come see me now.
More than any of his other battles, this is the first one I really see him go at his opponent. Like, he talked a little spicy to Daylight, but they had that respect for each other. I mean, I think even Daylight was saying he was going to lose or something like shit like that.
Yeah.
If I recall. So, like, with that whole situation, it was like, all right, I know Mickey coming to kill, but, you know, they got to respect there. And although I know him and D and they got to respect there, they really want to prove who the better rapper, who can win this shit. And I know that, you know, niggas ain't coming to play neither one of them. That shit on fire.
It's going to be a crazy
That card is ridiculous.
And then we got JC versus Av happening. This is one of these battles, man. And what's crazy is that this is the first on my list. If you look at the very first battle, that's on the list. It's JC versus Av. And these aren't in order. The list was never made in order. It was just a big old list. But every time I open up that file and I look and I go into it and I read it and I look at it and I'm like, yo, JC versus Av is kind of a battle that needs to happen. And needs to happen in a small room. So, and the fact that these dudes are about to punch each other's lives away, son.
Yeah.
Son. First of all, JC.
That's a crazy look.
JC is one of the few battle rappers that I think you can put on any stage and he will do great. He will do great on any stage. He's proved that he can be on the main stage and do great. I mean, him versus DNA. You know what I'm saying? He proved that he can do that. He did great against Nitti at Summer Madness. I think SM6, I believe. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and he battled Iron Solomon on 2 weeks notice and had the battle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me. So he can battle anywhere. So, and for him to battle Av, and Av is, Av battled Math Hoffa and got a win. You know what I'm saying? Av battled, I believe, K-Shine, and people are giving that to K-Shine too. People are giving that to K-Shine 3-0, actually. So Av battled Geechee Gotti last year. Excuse me. That's not this year. I'm trying to think. He battled Charlie Clips this year, and people are giving him that. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is I think this is a classic in the making, really. Because if both of these guys come with 3 great rounds, JC, I know JC's gonna come with 3 full prepared rounds. I know, and I know Ab is going to do the same thing. We're gonna get a great battle. I think we're gonna get a great battle. I think this is gonna be one of them bar fests that I always jones for. You know what I'm saying? That I just love. I'd rather have a small room with 2 guys who don't necessarily have that big of a name in battle rap, but they bring 3 crazy rounds than 2 guys who have a huge name in battle rap on a main stage and it's all about performance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a bar fest kind of guy. Iron Solomon versus Rum Nitti is probably my favorite battle. Close to it.
Wow.
And it used to, what's crazy is that before Iron Solomon and Rum Nitti happened, Chilla and Daylight was one of my favorite battles. So that was
fire. That was fire.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for this battle. How do you feel about this battle, man?
Like you said, I feel like it's another classic, like potential classic for the battle rap books. Period. I feel like Av has to win this battle. Like, you know, he took everybody saying that he got 3-0 by Sean. So even if you do feel like he won, you know, the consensus deal, you know how that looks on your brand. So if he gets quote unquote 30 by Sean, then he comes to JC, and it's not, you know, if he lose, he's just gonna take a big hit in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But if he have a classic with JC, niggas gonna forget that Sean battle because Ab is great and everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if he could just remind niggas like don't get fucked up, like I'm still Ab, like then that'd be a good look. JC, another nigga that if you play, you're gonna lose and you're gonna die. So
horrible death.
But to me, I'm gonna go with JC 2-1 because I feel like JC know what kind of animal Ab is, and JC he kind of hot right now. Like, he on some type of streak, like the nigga. He arguably one of the champions of the year in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, he just in prime form, and you know him going against Ab, knowing not to play, he gonna get that 2-1. But if he's anything less than great, Ab gonna get that 2-1. So I'm gonna go JC 2-1. Edge.
I'm gonna. It's gonna be an edge for me, but I'm gonna save this prediction because I feel like I gotta go more deep. I gotta go back into the lab to do more analysis on this one, because this is like one of those battles where it's like, man, they both have crazy pins, but you don't want, but you want to pick a winner. So I'm gonna go back in the lab and do a little bit more research and see which one who has the more. You know, who has the bigger advantage? Because, of course, on paper, Av does, you know, need this win. Yes, you're absolutely right. But JC, you know, had a battle against B-Dot on that same strike, you know, 2.5 card that Av battled Shine on. And people are giving JC a 3-0 over B-Dot. And that's crazy to really say because when yeah.
I knew they said he won. I didn't know they said he 30.
Yeah, people are saying 30. People are saying 30. You know, so
but now you see what I'm saying. That's why I picked JC. It's like because he's just in a bad. He in some type of form right now. Like, you know, so I would edge it 2-1 with him. You know what I mean? Also, like, we all know that Av punch, and it should be fire. His punch is a high rate, but JC do the punch shit, but he does a lot more lyrically. That it's like, man, if he does all of this shit and balance that shit, like, there's no way that I can't say 2-1 edge JC. Like, as a lyricist myself, I can't. But I'm not stupid. Av could definitely take that if JC don't come correct. Av is not that nigga to play with. He gonna be punching his head the fuck off. So it's like, you know, that's gonna be a cool shot. But yeah, I'm gonna edit that for JC.
Now you brought up
I guess
champion
we
of the year.
ended it, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. I want to give it to JC, but again, my official prediction
You
is
want to do
under
your
review.
analysis?
Yeah, I'll do my analysis for that one.
You trying to say, yeah, you gotta do your, I ain't gonna try to, I ain't hating. Save your shit for your other show, man.
Yeah, I got
don't want
you,
to
man.
give out all the juice.
Yeah. This last one. Speaking of, you said champion of the year. It's the main event. It's being billed as the main event. This is arguably for the champion of the year moniker, the award. This is it. K-Shine versus Geechee Gotti. This is if someone gets a clear win in this battle, the winner they get champion of the year. I personally think that. Or if this is just a bad battle, they both lose the opportunity and go down in the rankings. There is a lot of pressure on both of these guys. K-Shine, who arguably people say he hasn't lost a round, and you could say that. Geechee Gotti, who's won champion of the year back to back 3 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? Had a crazy battle with T-Top. You know what I'm saying? He had a crazy battle with Rum Nitti. That was, I think, that's the first time I've ever seen them stream a battle during a pay-per-view event. Like, they knew Summer Madness 8 was gonna be crazy, so they had to basically the battle took place in Cali, and they basically broadcasted it in London, which was crazy, and that shows a lot of love to both Rum Nitti. That shows a lot of love to Rum Nitti and Geechee Gotti to know that hey, you know, we're gonna give you this opportunity. We can't have Summer Madness without you. So and we know y'all guys' situations. So we're gonna do it this way. You know what I'm saying? Avocado shot the battle in California. They both did their thing, and it was broadcasted in London. So shout out to Smack for that, because that shows a lot of love to them. That shows a lot of appreciation too. So
I didn't know that. That's big.
Yeah, and Geechee Gotti has done his thing. I mean, 3-0 Tech had an amazing performance against JC, and had and arguably 3-0 Shotgun Suge at Summer Madness 7. Who has more pressure on them? Who has more pressure on them? K-Shine, who has 3-0'd Enes, 3-0 Young Cannon, beat Jay Mills, which I don't think that's that big of a win, because I mean I didn't want to see the battle in the first place when it got announced. I didn't want to see Jay Mills come back. I'd rather him just stay doing what he does. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Jay Mills, but I didn't think he needed to come to back to battle rap. And I heard that K-Shine 30'd him. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get around.
He definitely 30'd.
And what's crazy is and people say he 30'd Av, so he's saying that I have yet to lose a round this year. Who has more pressure in this, Flock? Who has more pressure in this?
Of course, man.
Is it Geechee?
I definitely go with. It's definitely Geechee. You know it's Geechee. And now I'm gonna go with this. With you said, K-Shine said he's arguably not lost a round all year. So we know. With that being said, at the very minimum, all of his battles are debatable. Well, Gotti has the consensus say that he lost the award, correct?
Yes.
So his resume for the year is slightly a little shakier than K-Shine, just because there's nobody that they saying that K-Shine potentially lost to, not even debatably. So for niggas, for the consensus to be that Geechee lost against award, even if he did edge it to 1 or whatever, the consensus that he lost. So yeah, I feel like he has that little bit more to prove. And I think with that being said, Geechee is not coming to play with this nigga at all. But Sean is a fucking animal, bro. Sean is that nigga to me. And I don't care losing to Geechee.
K-Shine.
Sean has everything. Everything. What? He has everything. There's nothing negative you can say about this nigga in his craft. Everybody just talk about.
I completely agree. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Go ahead.
Guy is no. I'm saying all that to say, I think that K-Shine is one of the deadliest niggas in the culture today. However,
Absolutely.
Geechee is Geechee proved why he's one of them niggas to fear in this new era. So I think that if he take into consideration, like, yeah, I got more. If he feels like he has more to prove, because you ask me who I feel I got more to prove, who I feel got more to prove. You know what I mean? And I can ask you vice versa. But what really matters is who feels like they have more to prove. And if Gotti feels like he got more to prove to Sean, then I can see him still in that 2-1. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if he comes to go crazy and Sean come on some fuck out of here little nigga shit. Like, I could definitely see Geechee taking that. But if I feel like Sean feels he needs to win this battle, I don't think he's gonna lose, bro. At the very least, you're gonna get a debatable classic. But I just don't see Sean just dying or losing clearly to Geechee. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna bring up this point.
That being said,
I'll bring up this point because you're what you said is absolutely right. Geechee, but don't you think that should give Geechee more of an edge, that he still has more to prove? Shouldn't that give Geechee like, yo, like, what if I what do I gotta do? Like, I've won champion of the night 3 times in a row. I've had crazy battles this year. What am I supposed to do? And then K-Sean's like, well, man, I don't know what you doing, but I haven't lost a round. So, you know what I'm saying? You could talk about what you want to say and blah, 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 blah. But I hope K-Sean does not, because K-Sean said in his promo for this battle, he's like, you could have called me. I could have gave you the money. Geech. If you would have told me you needed the money, you could have called me. And Geechee said, man, I ain't playing with this dude. What? I ain't playing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is what I have to say for this, because I'm gonna give this to K-Sean 2-1, but I'm gonna leave with this. Geechee, when his back is against the wall, has proven that he can hang with the elite. K-Sean, when his back is against the wall, can
proven to be a murderer.
Yes, something. And by me saying that,
every time this nigga back against the wall, he bodies something.
So
now,
go ahead.
You said Geechee proved that he can play with the big boys. That's never a question. He been proved that.
Yeah.
What that got to do with winning? That has nothing to do with winning. You still just because you can fight with the big boy don't mean that you can beat the nigga. You just ain't get your ass beat badly. You still left and you was able to walk away from the fight. That don't mean that you can beat the big nigga. So that's all I'm saying. Like you just said, you feel like, damn. Well, if Geechee feel like, yo, I got champion of the night this many times in a row, whatever. So what else I got to prove? Like I said, it depends on who feels like they need to win the most. Because if Geechee do come like that, yes, I agree with you, bro. He can win. He can definitely win. But if K-Sean feels like that, shit, I can't give Geechee that battle. The same way Geechee proved that he can stick with the niggas time and time again, K-Sean proves to niggas time and time again when he wants to win a battle, he gonna win that shit. I never saw K-Sean want a battle and lose it. Never. That's just real shit. That's me being unbiased, bro.
I'll be completely honest with you. You're absolutely right. I'm not gonna disagree with any point that you just made. Because it literally just comes because this is one of these matchups where you gotta nitpick a lot. You gotta cut down to the wire. You gotta cut down to the wire.
Yeah, that's how you know it's classic regardless, period.
I've never said this about a card, but there's a possibility that all these battles could be classics.
Oh, definitely.
There's a possibility that all these battles could be classics because it's like, and the thing is that what I like about the K-Sean and Geechee Gotti thing is that this is all for all the marbles. This is for all the marbles. I'm gonna say this. Yeah. Because there's 3 people on this card that are in top 5 running for champion of the year, if that's what we're looking for. Because Jay Black has instilled this system where you win champion of the year, not only do you get a belt, you get a ring, and you get a bag. And I don't care what anybody else says. You will never know. I will never hear a grown man say he will turn down a bag. Like, seriously, come on, bro. So you mean to tell me I gotta be great? I gotta be great in battle rap for 1 year to get an extra bag off the money that I'm getting now? What? And I get a belt and a ring? What's up? Okay, what's up? And these guys love competition. You bringing that competitiveness back to battle rap? Oh, I'm all for it. Iron Solomon has had a phenomenal year as well. He's back. He had an amazing battle against Chilla Jones. He had he had a great battle against T-Top in London. He had a great battle against JC. He beat Big K convincingly, which is crazy because I just figured out like a couple weeks ago, Big K blocked me because I said that because I said he lost a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think, and Geechee Gotti said this. Geechee Gotti said this in his battle against Rum Nitti. He says, the clip longer than Big K's block list. And I'm like, and I screamed, I'm on that list. But if Iron Solomon beats O-Red, which is going to be a difficult task, every single one that, like, the Geechee Gottis, the K Shines and the Iron Solomons, just those three guys who are really in the top 5 for Champion of the Year. They both have very difficult tasks ahead of them. Iron Solomon has to beat O-Red, O-Red, I believe, is very hungry right now because he wants to redeem himself from the ill will incident where he lost his voice. Yeah. I think he wants to redeem that.
That's a good point you're making, because if K-Shine and Geechee come light and fucking Iron Solomon is the champion of the night, he can easily steal that championship.
He can easily steal it, easily. But then it's going to be an even bigger debate if all three of those guys do amazing. If K-Shine and Geechee Gotti have a classic and Iron Solomon either convincingly beats O-Red or he has a classic with O-Red, it's just going to be This is a make or break event for Champion. This should be, of course, Champion's gonna host the thing, but this is basically like a Champion based card. Yeah, this is for all the marbles. Like, everybody's up in the air about who's the Champion of the Year. Well, guess what? This is the night to prove that you the best. This is the night. December 15th is the if that's the actual date, I believe. So December 15th, yes, is the date to prove that you are the best and you deserve to get that ring and that belt and that extra bag. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing is that and I want to pay personal respects to Jay Black because this is all coming out of his pocket. He didn't. There's no one. I don't think there's any investors on his end, but this is coming out of his pocket. So I'll put the Donate to Champion of the Year GoFundMe in the link in the description box below. Donate whatever you can, and you'll have a say in who gets to be Champion of the Year. Because I believe the fan vote counts for 20%. Yes, it counts for 20%. So 20% of the vote that goes to whoever is Champion of the Year is from the fans. So if you want to say, go ahead and donate. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be a panel in January where I think the two highest bidders get to actually go to Philly and debate to see who the Champion of the Year is, and I think it's like a 2-day process or something like that. He's really going in with this. So if you guys can donate as much as you can before January, he will be greatly appreciated. You'll be doing the culture a great service. So shout out to Jay Black for this. But again, man, this card is crazy. I will be tuned in. I will be watching. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, you'll probably be in the dungeon somewhere writing some crazy music and plotting on your next 5 mixtapes that you probably got locked in that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying? So, overall, this card, man, is amazing. Overall, this card's amazing. I'm gonna enjoy watching this.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna enjoy watching.
Overall, the period to me, man, that's just sick.
This is gonna be. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy.
For giving the fans exactly what the fans want It seems like, you know, they ain't have no agenda with it. They just like, what y'all want? Like, type shit. That's what I get from this card. Man. That's fire. We always need that.
Yeah, it's crazy how 40s came from the list. But anyways, I ain't gonna dwell on it. But anyways, Flock, man, again, dude, thank you for coming back on the show. I know we had technical difficulties the first time, but I made sure that these technical difficulties were not gonna happen a second time. So I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I came back, did my homework, and we talked about a lot of things. We covered your Spit That Heat career. We covered your times in the bullpen. You know, we covered your music, you know, and how you approach things. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're one of the best lyricists in this game right now. I can't wait to see what you do next. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have my full support. You have my full cosign. You know what I'm saying? You are definitely doing your thing, man, and I cannot wait for you and Street Hymns to finally go down, because when it does, bro, crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Every bar is gonna be crazy, bro. Every bar is gonna be crazy, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait for that battle. And also, another battle that I, you know, hopefully happens down the line is you versus Loso.
It has to happen, man.
That's gotta happen.
Shit,
that's bullpen stuff, and I can't wait for you. You know what I'm saying, to get to where, you know, you want to be in this industry. I mean, I see you working in the studio day and night trying to perfect your craft. And like I said, and like you told me, you've been an MC since, you know, you was born, basically, since you came out the womb. So you bleed this. And I completely respect people like, you know, people like you and people like Danny Myers, Danny Myers told me, he says he's been doing this since 1992.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I was born in 92, so that's crazy. How can I not respect that?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Danny Myers, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything that you want to tell the fans?
That, man.
Is there anything you want to tell the fans?
What I want to tell the
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to tell the fans, like, if y'all don't know by now, like, I'm not going nowhere in this industry, in this battle culture. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a lot of dudes that y'all fuck with that's on your cards every month and that y'all see a lot. And I'm never gonna be that dude. So if anybody looking for me and be like, why you not in this perspective and why you not on this platform, y'all, I'm not. I have a totally different agenda from the average battle rapper. But just know, at the end of the day, niggas gonna respect what I do when I choose to come to this battle culture. And that's it. And I only say that because I don't want people to have to kind of measure me to these same standards and just be like, damn, Flock, like, what's going on? Like, I have two sides of my career. I do battle rap and I do music on an actual level. I'm not aspiring anything. So at the end of the day, I just want people to understand that, you know, it's people. It's new. The regime is changing in this game, and it's niggas who don't fall in line no more. It's niggas who brand themselves the way they see fit, and I'm one of them. So just look out. Look out for me versus Street Hymns. It's definitely gonna go down eventually. And you know, wherever you want to catch me at, you know what I'm saying, FLIIKOL. Whether it's on SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, all of that shit. Just follow me and fuck with me. If you fuck with the actual craft of music and hip hop, I'm the nigga you want to follow, man.
And that's exactly what I want to hear, man. I'm going to put all that information in the description box so they can find exactly where you at, man. Working Me Freestyle is out right now on his SoundCloud. Fliiko Mayweather 4, the entire mixtape is out there right now. He's got a ton of music out right now. I think it's called Dollar, is what you said it was called? The single that's on Apple Music?
Yeah,
Dollar's on Apple Music right now. Help the man get his streams up and everything, because that's a huge platform for any type of artist, especially. Shout out to Apple Music for that and everything. But yeah, Flock, I appreciate you coming on the show, man, for real.
No problem, bro. Anytime, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Of course, man. But
you're doing your thing, my nigga. You already know. We talk, man. You know.
Of course. But yeah, man. We out.